And everyone's recording, right? Like
Yeah.
on their phone? Okay.
Y'all are recording, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ricky, when we were doing... Okay.
I'm not recording.
On your phone app? On the voice memo, right?
Oh, I am. I thought you wanted me to record the Zoom.
Oh, no. I'm doing the Zoom recording part.
Okay.
Ricky, when we were recording the ad, Roeun forgot to press record on his phone.
Oh, really?
That's why his vocals is kind of muffled.
Weird.
Did you listen to it back?
Do we have to read?
Nah, it's fine.
Did you have it finished? I don't.
Oh, it's on our last episode. I just added it into the episode that's already uploaded.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah, I mean that's what I like about that Anchor app. You could just record it as segments and just put it in later on and stuff. So,
interesting.
I was gonna say earlier, Matt, when you mentioned if we make money, we made 26 cents, Ricky. A whopping 26 cents.
That's funny.
What's up, y'all? I don't have a cold open.
Nothing.
Are we starting? Or?
Yeah,
I didn't realize we were starting.
I was trying to make it natural, but I didn't have a cold open, so
Threw me off.
Yeah. Did y'all watch The Floor Is Lava yet, Ricky?
No,
I forgot.
No.
that's on Netflix, right?
Yeah. Dang,
Yeah, I don't have Netflix. I have everything but Netflix.
Really?
Is it?
Hulu?
What?
Disney Plus?
I have HBO Max. It sucks.
There's nothing on it yet.
Yeah, I've heard people.
Yeah,
don't like
exactly.
it.
No. Wait, there's so much on it. There's all the HBO shows, and then now they have Crunchyroll and all the Studio Ghibli movies. There's so much.
Dang, HBO's like that?
I'm mostly there for the HBO stuff. Everything else, it's there's not that much. Even the Cartoon Network stuff. I had to get DC Universe to watch Batman, the animated series.
Wait, I thought that's HBO Max?
HBO Max has some DC stuff, but not all of it, which made it really confusing. And some of the advertising they did early on, those shows aren't on there yet.
So they're misleading.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So wait, DC has their own streaming service?
Yeah, but I mean, it feels like they're eventually going to merge them. I don't know.
Because I know they're supposed to add the Snyder cut of Justice League, right?
Yeah, in 2021. Everyone's so excited for that.
I'm not.
Which I'm wondering how long it is, considering the director's cut is 4 hours.
Was that for? It was 3.5, right? It was Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, but it felt like 4.
Yeah, it was Lord of the Rings. Apparently, the Snyder cut had he needed more money to finish the CGI for his cut. That's probably why it took so long to release it. Air quotes. I don't know. But yeah, I think I mentioned to you, Ricky, that I'm not excited for it at all still. So I know your uncle is excited.
Seen it, so.
You haven't seen it yet?
Mm-mm.
You saw Suicide Squad, right?
Yeah,
No,
I
wait.
hated it. And Batman Superman.
Yeah.
I think
Birds
that's
of
the
Prey is
last
actually pretty
decent one.
good.
What is it?
I forgot about that movie.
Birds of Prey.
I haven't seen
Well,
it
it
yet.
did come out right before coronavirus.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh
true.
yeah.
Dang. So did they? How long was it in theaters before everything shut down? 2 weeks, right?
Something like that. I think it was in February, and stuff started shutting down early March.
So
Yeah.
they didn't get a chance to make their money back.
Yeah, I mean, it's not an amazing movie, but it was definitely good. And Ewan McGregor was really weird.
In a good way?
I forgot he was in there.
Yeah, in a good way, but it was just an interesting take on Black Mask.
Oh, all right.
He's Black Mass? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
He's a great actor, though. I respect him.
I guess spoiler
but he's
alert.
always going to be Obi-Wan.
I guess spoiler alert. Did they have him in his black skull mask?
Yeah. I was just thinking about it. And it's just for 3 minutes.
Oh, that's whack.
Yeah.
I don't know the backstory of Black Mask, or is that his name, Black Mask?
Yeah.
Was it just an actual?
He can't,
Go ahead.
because he can't be Red Skull or Black Skull because that's Marvel.
But is
So he's
he?
just Black Mask.
Black Mass.
So was it just a mask, or was he always a deformed, like how Red Skull is?
He's not even deformed. He just wears a black mask, skull mask.
He's just like a mobster dude, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of whack.
He's a rich mobster.
I still haven't seen Joker yet.
Oh, it's great. That's
seen
actually
it.
what I subscribed to HBO Max for.
I've seen it recently. I liked it. I thought it was pretty good.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why don't you just watch it?
It's there. You got time.
I know that, but it's just I don't know. I'm not too pressed to watch it because I don't know. It's like kind of putting people with mental health issues in a bad light, like they always resort to violence or something. I don't know. I could be wrong because I haven't seen it, but
I think it's kind of like a lot of it parallels with Parasite, and more so it's about how people with problems are treated poorly.
right.
But I mean, ultimately, it is just like, yeah, if you push them too far, they'll get violent or something. Which isn't the best message, but...
Right. I guess we could go through Roeun's notes. Yeah. We have some of his notes on the... So, we talked about the iPhone earlier. How, Matt, you got the iPhone now.
A little bit in the last episode.
Yeah. Are you
I
getting
have
a new
one of
phone?
those now.
Rick,
I'm allowed to have an opinion on these now.
what do you jump from Android? What do you think? Crap.
It's missing a lot of stuff from Android, but overall, it feels like what people described with it being unified, especially since I have a MacBook for work and then an iPad for creative work. It's just like, wow, I get text messages on everything, so I hear 3 things vibrate at once.
Well, you could change that though. Well,
Yeah, I know, but I'm just lazy.
You've joined the ecosystem. That's why I've stayed with Apple for a while.
It's just, I need to change the notification settings because my work laptop wakes up whenever I get a text.
Yeah.
And I'm in a group chat with Ricky, Alex, and David, so my laptop wakes up all the time.
Oh, really?
Goes off. Yeah.
If you're using your work laptop, always turn off your notifications whenever you're in a meeting or you're screen sharing in a meeting.
I always make sure to just share the window specifically instead of the whole desktop.
Yeah.
Especially since one of my things is one of my coworkers vents to me, so I don't want that showing up in the corner with our directors and stuff.
Yeah. In the corner, be like, I hate this job, and then people see it. I remember one time at my old job, we're in a group meeting with a client, and we all have Slack on our laptops, and one of my coworkers had their laptop beaming to the screen, streaming to the screen, and I messaged him privately on Slack, and I forgot that he didn't turn his notifications off, so he saw my message in the corner of his screen talking about the client. Luckily, he closed it out quick, so it was something.
Damn.
Yeah, it was
funny.
pretty bad. Close call.
Yeah.
Roeun has something that says newest high-tech toys. I don't know what he means. Any high-tech toys you guys got?
I mean, I got a monitor. Really nice monitor. This thing's like $1,000.
Jeez.
Dang.
And then down here, I have my Cintiq, which is $2,000. Hey, it's showing up.
Yeah.
Cool.
A new one?
Just showing.
Yeah, it's the 24 Pro.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I like that setup you posted the picture of.
It's
really
super convenient. All I have to do is change one USB, and everything transfers to my MacBook, which is awesome.
Is it USB-C?
cool. Nice.
No, it's just a normal USB. I just have it set up so that my keyboard, mouse, and all that share to one USB hub. So I just replace that, and then everything, like my Mac, will display on my Cintiq and my new monitor too.
Dang, that's nice, man. I'm debating on getting a new camera or not. Also, a drone. Also, a 9-bot.
Like photography camera or like webcam?
The photography, the new Canon R5 that was announced. That's supposed to come out in like 2 weeks. The specs on it looks great. The video quality looks great, but it's like $3,000, and I don't know if I want to spend too much on that now because we're in COVID still, and I'm not really out there filming that much.
Yeah.
So
It's interesting. When I was out during the protest, like a third of the conversations I heard were camera nerds talking about their cameras to each other.
You serious?
Yeah.
Like, what are you shooting with,
But
bro?
But I mean, I was also like there with someone who was documenting stuff, so he's rushing up and stuff like that. So of course he's talking to photography people.
Yeah. When did you go? When was the last time you went?
The last time I went was when Columbus went down
Oh, that
in
was
Bird Park.
what was that, like 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks?
Probably like a month ago by this point.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Something like
I've been meaning to get out again. There's just most of the people I was going with have stopped, and I want to make sure that if something happened, someone could tell, like my mom or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like it's still active for sure.
Yeah.
From what I'm following on Twitter with all the community organizers and stuff, they're still trying to push for defunding Richmond police and stuff. I think it's more so now just defunding Richmond police and dropping the charges of the protesters that were arrested. I can't remember what else. And for
main goals.
And for the mayor to step down. So
yeah,
it's a lot going on, man. It's like, it's like you see people in other cities painting Black Lives Matter on the streets, and of course the statue's coming down now. It's a good thing, but also I feel like it's a performative act where yes, taking down those statues are nice, but it's not what we're asking for. Those statues aren't arresting and brutalizing the black citizens. So
yeah,
it's kind of, I don't know. I guess something, I don't know.
It's sort of like, it's in ways kind of like diverting that kind of attention that, like kind of, not really focused exactly on the actual issue. So, like that is nice, but it's not ultimately what people are looking for.
I think it's mostly supposed to be a crowd pleaser or whatever. I mean, because that's what the news is going to pay attention to.
Yeah, and it's wild too because the news have been broadcasting the earlier days of the protests when it was violent and destructive, but now they're not covering any of it really because they're not showing the violence of it. They're not showing any of it now where people are marching and stuff. So that's all over.
Well, at least in Richmond, it seems like they're like the places that are still getting covered are the ones where they're getting like really out there, like in Portland, where they're just taking people.
Y'all seen that, Ricky, Salina, in Portland?
Mm-mm.
No, I haven't. What's going on?
Apparently, federal agents that's dressed up in basically camouflage and war equipment, all the helmets and stuff. Mm-hmm. They're over there basically in unmarked vehicles and kidnapping protesters, not reading their rights or anything.
What?
The thing is, I don't think they're actual military. They're just federal agents dressed up as military.
Jesus, that's crazy.
Yeah, like they don't say like why you're being arrested. They just come and grab you and put him in an unmarked van. Yeah.
Wow, that's messed up.
And there's a bunch of videos of it now. And now the mayor of Portland, I think, or somebody in Portland is finally speaking up about it, even though it's been happening for like the past week and a half or something. Oh, it's insane over there.
Yeah, it's interesting being in Richmond, but not like actually Richmond, because Richmond is relatively small.
Yeah.
So just being in an outer county, you sort of forget things are going on if you're not actively paying attention to headlines. Mm-hmm. Like I don't hear anything around here except for when everyone was doing fireworks. That was weird.
Yeah. In my neighborhood, those fireworks going for like a day before July 4th and 2 days after July 4th. I was like, why are y'all still shooting fireworks? How much did y'all buy?
I remember I was just sitting in the living room. We just got a new TV and sound bar with like a subwoofer and all that, so it was pretty loud. And I was just playing The Last of Us Remastered. It's like the opening, and just like as Sarah looks through the window and there's an explosion across the city, I just hear fireworks go off right next to me, like not like literally right next to me, but I just hear them right outside. And I was really confused. I was like, I don't remember this being part of this game.
Yeah. There's something similar that happened with me with when I was playing Deus Ex, Human Revolution. Like it was like the day it came out. There was like a big shootout or whatever happening, and everything started shaking. Like I thought it was from the game, but I didn't realize it was like that one earthquake was happening.
Oh yeah, that whole one earthquake that was like 5 seconds long.
Yeah,
wait,
but it was the first time I'd ever felt one, so I was just like, whoa.
Yeah, I was like. At first, I thought it was part of the game, and then I realized it was like in real life.
Oh, you talking about the one from like 2003 or something?
It was like 20.
I think it was in the 2010s.
Yeah, like 20.
Because I think I was in high
2012.
school at that point.
Yeah,
Yeah, we had 2 earthquakes
early
that came here.
tens.
They're never really anything.
What was that?
They're never really anything. It's like 10 seconds of shaking.
Yeah, it was still scary though, because our buildings aren't
Oh, yeah.
meant. Our buildings aren't meant for things shaking like that.
And we're just not used to it. It's not a thing that we're adjusted to.
Yeah, for sure.
Wait, did we? We never really introduced Matt and
right.
Salina or anything.
We just started talking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Let's start the show, y'all.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Now it's actually starting. I don't...
Oh, now we're starting?
Hey, hey, hey! Welcome to the Full Timers Podcast. I am Vila.
I'm Ricky.
I'm Matt. Hello.
No Roeun. There's no Roeun, but we have 2 special guests.
I'm Salina.
Matt and Salina. Where's my clap button? Here it is. What's up, y'all?
Nothing much. How are you?
Nothing.
How's y'all's weekend going? We're recording this on a Sunday evening. Roeun is MIA. I don't know where he's at. So, Roeun, if you hear this, call me. It's gonna release on Wednesday though. So a little backstory on who Matt and Salina are. Ricky, would you like to give them a backstory of who they are?
Okay, it's very simple. Matt is my cousin. Salina is also my cousin. So there you go. I've had so many like family members on now. Like,
yeah,
it's
no.
crazy.
So all the listeners of the show pretty much got almost every family member, cousin of Ricky's on so far, and one uncle,
Nearly everyone.
Tino.
Yep.
Shout out Tino. Hope you're doing well.
He's basically a cousin.
Yeah, I always because it's the same age group, right? So
Basically, yeah.
yeah. This is the Full Timers Podcast. It's a bi-weekly show where we have candid conversations that awkwardly navigate through the nuances of adulthood. But today's episode is a little bit different. Usually we have one topic we talk about. But since we're like in quarantine still, we're all doing this on Zoom call, and I don't know. Our minds have been everywhere. I figured this episode would be everywhere also. So we have a lot of things we could talk about. I don't know. Who wants to start first?
I don't know. I guess I'll start if no one else wants to.
I have a long
Sounds
one,
good.
but
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
All right. What did it have on my notes? Oh, yeah. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to know was music recommendations. I figured, do you guys have any?
Are you
Just
like
to start
looking
with?
for music recommendations for you, or just like in general?
Just in general, like whatever you guys are listening to. I mean, I'm just curious, you know?
That's actually interesting because I was thinking about this while I was getting snacks right before this. It's just like something that changed in quarantine is the type of music I listen to, because usually I'm like a metal dude and constantly listen to metal, but nothing's going on, so I don't have the energy for that.
Mm-hmm.
So recently what I've been listening to is the new Phoebe Bridgers album, Punisher, which is great if you want to get really sad.
I like sad music.
What genre is it?
Sometimes.
It's like indie rock.
Okay.
Nice.
Is there such thing as sad metal?
Oh yeah.
There
I
is?
mean, it's all kind of sad in a way.
Okay. Like an angst?
It's just it's super angsty and emo and stuff like that. And there's some metal bands actually do ballads. Those aren't usually the ones I listen to. Usually I just listen to people who are both not super masculine, because that's a problem in the metal community, but also not like I hate everything. I just sort of like people who make cool music about cool stuff. Also, can I swear? I don't know if I can swear, so I haven't sworn yet.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to now because I'm not going to swear about it.
Just let it all fly out now.
He's building up to something.
Yeah. Music. I don't have any new music these days.
It doesn't have to be new or old. I don't know. Just
I mean, I haven't listened. I mean, it's the same stuff I've been listening to since we recorded our music episode, Ricky. Not much has changed since then. I don't know. I know the Run the Jewels 4, is it 4? Came out. I only listened to like a few songs of it.
I gotta tell you about that one. Oh my god.
What would you rate that one out of 10 stars?
For me, dude, it's a 10 out of 10. I was like,
Where do you put it among the 4?
Yeah, rank the 4 albums.
Honestly, oh, that's easy.
Wow.
Really?
So from
What do they go in order?
yeah, from bottom to top. So from the bottom, it's Run the Jewels 1, and then Run the Jewels 2, then Run the Jewels 3, then Run the Jewels 4.
Oh, so it keeps getting better and better.
Yeah, it was just surprising to me. Like, man, I forgot to mention like when it first came out when we've been doing the podcast, but I forgot to always talk about it. But I think it's just incredible. Like, you can ask Jeremy. Like, I talk to Jeremy about Run the Jewels all the time. Like, every time they come out with a new album, I'm like, or about to, like, man, I'm like, man, they like, there's no way they can top themselves at this point.
Right.
It's like there's just no way. Like, I'll be fine if they don't, but every time I feel like they've just upped their game. It blows my mind. It's so amazing. I love it. Like, God, that album.
You planning on ever
so
going
good.
to see them live? I feel like that might be a little bit of a wild crowd.
Yeah, maybe, but I think it would be a nice crowd. Like, I don't know. I feel like their fans.
I mean, I don't think you would get like hit or anything like that.
No,
I think they'd just be very active.
Oh yeah,
is what I'm
be
saying.
Wild, but yeah, it's just that energy they bring. It's amazing. Like, especially with this particular album, like it's just so timely because they've always been all about like activism, and speaking about all these issues in America with race and police brutality and all that. Like, that's always been them, but just the timing of this new album is just like so crazy with everything happening right now. And they have some playful songs on there too. It's just like the dynamics of it. It's just they have fun on their albums and they also get serious, and it's like a little bit of everything. It's just so
That reminds
good.
me. Do you guys listen to clipping at all?
Is it clipping?
A little
I
bit.
don't.
Oh, because like their most recent album came out like in October of last year. It's called "There Existed an Addiction to Blood," and it's like a horror rap album, which I think is like the coolest thing in the world. But it's just recently re-listening to a lot of that stuff recently. It's like because most of it sounds like just like a horror slasher film, but there's like a lot of nods to like police brutality and just like the experience of Black people,
Right.
in like white communities and stuff like that. And I just thought that was really interesting re-listening to that with a different context. But that's also an album I recommend. That was probably my album of 2019, which
Nice.
was great, but also sucked because like my favorite band released an album and I wanted to love it, but the mixing on it was terrible. It sounds like I'm listening to it on like an iPhone 6 on its speakers in my car. The songs are great. I've seen them live like so many times, but it's just like listening to the actual album on Spotify sucks.
Damn,
wow.
That's disappointing.
What was I listening to? When you mentioned the horrorcore, I was thinking, remember Hobson? Is he still around? It was like around the same time
Oh, yeah,
Tyler,
that dude.
like the original Odd Future came out and all of them.
I
Hobson
heard
was
like
also
he
around.
retired or something. I don't
Did
know.
he retire? Let me look it up.
Or just not active.
Yeah, I haven't heard about him in a while.
Yeah, didn't he retire? Or was that someone else that starts with an H?
I have no idea. His last tweet from June 11th, it's with an elephant. It's him with an elephant. So I don't know.
All right.
I guess his album out called No Shame came out in November 24th. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, is it that kind of horror? Is he even horrorcore? Hobson?
I don't know. I haven't really listened to Hobson. For the most part, the There Existed an Addiction to Blood just sounds like. I don't really know how to describe it.
Right.
It just sounds like a kind of like I don't know. Their records have been pretty conceptual. Like their one before that was about a guy who gets lost in space with a spaceship, and the spaceship falls in love with him. So
Like her.
Interesting.
yeah, but a spaceship.
Her
But they're like
meets.
super narratively driven, and it's I forget the other two guys because I think it's a trio. But the main dude there is David Diggs, who also plays Thomas Jefferson in Hamilton.
Yeah. Wait, he raps?
Yeah,
David Diggs raps?
Was he in Blind Spotting? Am I wrong?
Yeah, that's him.
he's also in the new Snowpiercer, which I haven't watched.
There's a new one with
the TV show.
Yeah, it's a TV show. It's I think on CBS.
I didn't know that. I thought
Yeah,
that
I've
was in
been
the
wanting to
works.
watch this. I think it's been coming out.
Yeah. Salina, who are you listening to these days?
Well, like, since I got Spotify, I don't really listen to albums that much anymore. Just listen to my Discover Weekly. But one album that I really liked last year, which is probably my favorite, is, have you guys heard of Clairo?
No.
Sounds
What's the
familiar.
genre?
Though.
No. She does like pop, but they call it bedroom pop because it's like super soft and intimate. And
Heard of
like
that genre,
I
but-
love it. It's really girly, but I love it. It's so Clairo Immunity. I recommend it.
All right, cool.
Pretty
It's
much
like-
all I've been listening to.
Like
Nice.
girly pop. It reminds me of this one song called. Let me screen share this. What's her name? Tessa Violet. Are you familiar with her?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know. Is that considered bedroom pop? That's what I would imagine it to be like, but
I don't know who Tessa Violet is,
Oh.
so can't really.
look at all these wild genres nowadays.
I'm screen sharing. Do
Oh, cool.
y'all see it?
Okay.
Can I hear this? I don't know. Where's the?
I cannot hear it if there's any sound.
I can't hear it.
Oh, the audio's kind of. Yeah, the audio sucks. Hold on.
What is happening? It's like Kill Bill or something.
Oh, that's one thing HBO Max has, Kill Bill.
Oh,
Doesn't
nice.
Netflix have Kill Bill?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're still not
I
hearing
don't hear
anything, I don't
anything.
think.
Yeah.
I don't want to play too much. We get. I don't want to get copyrighted. Yeah, is that bedroom girl pop? I
Oh,
don't
were
know.
you not hearing us? Because we didn't hear any of that.
Oh, you didn't?
Yeah, did you not hear us while it was playing?
I heard y'all, but y'all didn't hear the.
No.
Yeah,
Song?
we were saying
No.
we couldn't hear it.
Oh, I didn't. Okay, sorry. Damn. So that I can't play this video then. It's not gonna work. All right.
But Selena,
Sucks.
do you have like another example of what you consider
Like a
bedroom
popular
pop?
example?
Let me see.
I should probably write these down. What was that one Matt band that was called Clipping?
Yeah. I was actually going to go. I was planning on seeing them in Philly, I think. I had like 6 months of weekend travel plans to go to shows before COVID hit. So those all got
Oh, wow.
canceled.
Yeah.
I was considering going to Sweden,
Damn.
but that's not a thing.
I mean, it's cheap to go now, but I think they're banning Americans. So
Yeah, I was
yeah.
about to say like no one wants Americans going into
Everyone
their country.
totally should.
yeah. Hold on. I'll be back. Won't let meow meow out.
Right.
Okay.
That's crazy. We're banned from the world.
You know, one of my favorite things is just hearing everyone say, "Oh, well, that country handled it better because they're a smaller country." Just imagine America. It's like imagine America, but like divided into a lot of small countries. What would you call that?
hmm
I think there might be like states.
Yeah, so even individual states here have trouble. So it's like
Especially like Florida.
Florida, Texas, crazy.
It's interesting looking at the maps though, because there's just like all of the like Midwest, the more sparsely put out places. It's like one little area with COVID tests.
Mm.
What was y'all talking about? Sorry.
We're just talking about coronavirus and how we're banned from everything.
I think it's funny.
It's sad but funny.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Like, I'm not mad at
That's
them for
sad.
banning us.
Yeah, they should. I
No,
was
it's
just saying
fair.
that they totally should. We should get banned from like everything. And then
That'd be
that would
fine.
have an impact on our economy, and maybe some people would pay attention. Or, they'll just blame other people.
Yeah. What were we talking about? Music still?
Yeah.
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 My
I
niece.
think
Sorry. Go ahead, Salina. Sorry.
Oh, no, sorry. I think I described bedroom pop wrong. I'm just saying Claro itself is really soft and girly. But bedroom pop, it's pop music, but it isn't overproduced. Like a lot of pop music is. It's like a lot of like
It's like
a lot of
unmixed.
the...
Just recorded from
What'd
their
you say?
bedroom. Like unmixed.
Yeah, it's recorded from... it's unmixed and, like, I'm trying to, like, think of, like, other people that are considered bedroom pop.
So
Have you, like, heard of,
it's
Bryce
lo-fi,
Orange
but with
County?
like a bedroom vibe.
Yes, that's it. That's
Interesting.
it. Sorry.
So, Blackpink isn't bedroom pop, right?
No, I don't think Blackpink is bedroom pop.
My niece got me onto Blackpink.
I
And
love
she's full.
Blackpink.
And she's 4.
Oh.
Yeah. What else you listen to, Salina? Or is that...
I listen to K-pop occasionally. I listen to a lot of, like, indie rock. It's not really indie, but, like, I like The Strokes and, like,
Have you listened to their new album?
yeah. How do you feel about it? Do you like it?
I think it's mostly good, but it has some definite weak points where it's just too slow.
What is their new album? What's it called?
I actually
The New
forget.
Abnormal?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think I've heard that.
I think my favorite song on there is Brooklyn Bridge to Chorus.
Same. Yeah. Have you heard of The Voids, which is
Julian's project.
I've been liking The Voids a lot too.
The Void?
The Voids with a Z at the end.
Okay.
Mm.
I'm typing this all down.
You're making me realize that part of quarantine and lack of socializing is I usually seek out new music. I've just been re-listening to everything just because I'm not getting recommendations.
Yeah.
That's what I normally do too. It's just I'll listen to the same old things like over and over again, and it takes me a while to start listening.
I think one of the things is like we're working, so it's like if you're going to put on music, you don't try to put something on that's new because you're distracted by trying to find stuff you like.
Pay attention to it. Okay.
It's almost kind of like how I watch reruns of TV shows while I'm working. Because I already know what's going to happen, so I don't have to pay attention to it. But it's just background noise.
Yeah.
I think, when you mentioned like socializing, when I play something or if Ricky plays something, I like, oh, who is this? Like, oh, is this artist, this song, such and such, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, now that we can't really do that because we're not around each other, so.
Yeah.
I get it.
And it sucks for me because I like to be the guy who recommends all the weird stuff.
Yeah.
Because this was my favorite. Like, I was telling my coworkers, it's like, yeah, I'm going to go drive up to Baltimore and go see Tropical Fuckstorm. And they're just like, what's that? And it's like, it's an Australian art punk band. And they're just like, what? I'm like, yeah, it's cool.
You said Tropical Fuckstorm?
Yeah, that's their name. Anthony Fantano, whenever he reviews one of their things, he puts their name as Tropical Frickstorm.
Oh. There was this one band Tino mentioned to me a while ago. It was like a country music, but it's Aboriginal, like native Aborigines that adapted the country sound. I don't know. I forgot what they're called. I'll probably ask them later, or if y'all know what it is.
Not familiar.
Oh, but
there's
like,
a lot of weird stuff.
Their content is more so like talking about the hardships of being pushed out of their land and all that stuff. Yeah. I forgot. I wish I could probably text him later and ask him. I just been listening to. I got back into Blood Orange lately and watching his videos from like early 2000s or some stuff. Because I'd never seen his videos. I just heard his music recently. His videos is very
like his music videos.
Yeah, it's very art school vibe, Matt. If you know, I'm kind of
I
getting
know
at.
what that means. I
Yeah.
very much know what that. Are we talking like low budget art school vibes, or
Um,
like they have some money but it still looks like art school?
yeah, they have money, but they make it look like art school on purpose.
I know what you're talking about. Then.
Yeah, like it's, you know, even at that time they had 16:9 video, widescreen stuff, but
Mm.
they chose to shoot it in a square video. It's like,
Yeah.
come on. So,
Is it all like blurry and low resolution?
out of focus, grainy, yeah. But other than that, I haven't listened to anything new. Um, Speaking of musicians, apparently today Kanye had a rally for his presidential run. Did y'all catch that?
Well,
Was
now
like,
he's running for South Carolina, I think.
what?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
heard like didn't he drop out of the whole presidential thing?
Yeah, but now I think he's running for office in South Carolina. I'm not sure because David and Alex just texted something about that, and then I checked his Twitter. I didn't really read it, but it was like, yeah, he was saying for people to go fill out his ballot in South Carolina. So I don't know. I don't know what's up with him.
It's just so silly.
So, do y'all follow Sean King on Instagram? I mean, he's problematic himself, but he posted something about Kanye.
No.
Here's what his caption said about the Kanye rally. Sigh, at this first presidential rally, Kanye somehow found a way to lie on Harriet Tubman, saying she didn't free any slaves. In all caps, she did. I mainly feel sorry for Kanye. He's not well. This is not okay. That's Sean King. Apparently, Kanye was saying, I'm leaving because he didn't get a chance to speak. Like, people were pressing him on, like, serious questions. And he didn't get a chance to answer it. Not a chance to answer it, but he didn't answer the question directly. And he said, I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave. It's like, he should not be president. So
What were you expecting?
I know. I pray that nobody writes his name in or whatever. I don't know. Please don't vote for Kanye. That's the moral of today's episode. Don't vote for Kanye. What else we got? Are we going down your list, Ricky, or is it gonna go round by round?
Whatever you guys want to do. Doesn't matter to me.
I guess real quick, the whole mask situation and how people are angry that they have to wear a mask. I know y'all seen a bunch of those Karen Twitter videos and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've seen those.
I'm wearing a mask. Not now, but when I go out, I wear a mask.
Mm,
It's not hard to wear a mask, y'all. Come on.
I
That's all I
know.
have to say.
It's not.
I work in retail, and the amount of people that don't wear masks is crazy. 'Cause, like, especially since we have like a big sign on the door that says mask required, but we're not allowed to confront the people and ask them to wear masks for like the safety of us, because there's so many videos and like stories out there of people getting assaulted over things like that. So
Dude, it's so crazy.
there's nothing that we can really do. Mm-hmm.
I hate that it's become like political too.
Oh,
It
yeah.
shouldn't ever have.
Yeah.
It's just wearing a mask.
I know.
It's
It's
stupid.
I see things on Facebook where it's like, it's a slippery slope. First they tell you to wear a mask, and they tell you to like not leave your house, and then
And now there's
like,
all this
the
stuff with school reopenings and stuff like that, and everyone's being like, not that many kids will die.
Oh gosh.
That's so terrible.
I think I saw it yesterday or 2 days ago. There was in Florida they had tested a few hundred kids. I don't know if there's the exact percentage, but I think half of them were tested positive for the virus. Young kids. And they want to reopen school still, which is backwards.
And the thing is like, even if you do have it, you might not necessarily feel any impact from it because you may be asymptomatic. You're still transferring it to other people.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And if Roger Stone, Trump's lawyer or something, if he could get away from prison because of the virus scare in prisons, why are they trying to put kids in schools? It's backwards thinking.
Because money, yet they don't actually fund education.
Yeah.
And now education is being threatened to be defunded, which is interesting because they can do that, but not the police.
I know, right? They need defense from their rich friends. Wearing a mask is basically like putting on the seatbelt. Come on, it's not that big of a deal. Because remember when the seatbelt laws were like a thing, and people were kind of mad about it. I remember my friend was mad about it. He's like, "I don't want to wear a seatbelt. I don't feel cool." He literally said, "I don't feel cool wearing a seatbelt."
Cool.
Like, come on, dude. You drive a 1994 Honda Civic. Come on. Yeah. So
Yeah.
wear a mask. The other moral of the story of this episode.
Mm.
Yeah. Matt, what you want to talk about, man? I didn't see your notes on here.
Oh, right. I forgot to ever add those.
It's cool.
I was basically just thinking about like how habits have changed and stuff like that because I mentioned it earlier. I don't know if it was like during this podcast window or when we were talking before. I guess it was because we were just talking about music, but just like how habits have changed based off that, and just like the way you consume things and do things. Because like I said, like music used to be like a big thing for me socially. It's also like the most important thing to motivate me artistically. So I haven't been discovering new music, which means I haven't been making any art.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks because I just bought this $2,000 monitor to make art.
Yeah.
But
Go ahead.
just habits and how they've changed or where you're at when you think about things. Because it's like I've noticed that I think it's normal at this point, and sometimes I forget that we're in quarantine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I feel like, and I think I talked about this in the earlier quarantine episodes where I was adjusting to all this staying at home and stuff, and now that some things are opening back up, I have some normalcy, and I've been living an introvert life in general. Like, I don't really go out much. I just go out to certain places, and that's my daily routine. And some of those daily routines are back now for me, and I feel better mentally. I don't feel as homebound as much anymore, cabin fever like anymore.
Have you been going to gyms? Are you wiping everything down?
I go, yeah, that, and I go super late, but nobody's in there. Like last night, I went at like 11:30, and nobody was in there, so that's good. Any habits for you, Ricky, that kind of came back now that we're like what, month 4 of this?
Like not really. I feel like almost everything's the same for me, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like just kind of living the same life, with or without quarantine. Just like you, I stay at home a lot. I do everything at home, like just in my own room too. So like I don't leave it much. So
I guess really, if you're not like an extrovert going out every night, not much has actually changed. Because like I am fairly extroverted, but only really on the weekends when I know people have time for me. So like during the week, I'm just like whatever. Then I hit the weekend, I'm like, this sucks.
Yeah. You mentioned earlier, Matt. I do miss going to theaters. I've said that before, and I do miss just going out to a restaurant to get a burger and tacos and stuff. But I mean, I could have that at home. But
I've spent way too much on like Uber Eats and stuff like that, and I'm ashamed to admit it because I don't feel like cooking.
Yeah.
I hear that a lot about people. Start, ordering food and everything.
I think I'm on like the platinum rewards tier of Uber Eats now, which is like $2,000. I mean, to be fair, that's over the whole span of quarantine. It's not like just this month.
Right.
But it's just like I think that's actually probably my biggest habit change is how I spend money. Because the reality is just like I'm spending way too much on delivery, but I also am not using it otherwise, which is why I could afford like the new monitors and stuff like that because I'm just financing them and I have plenty of money to pay them off. So I'll just build credit or something.
What have you been getting from food deliveries?
Mostly Thai food and wings. Lots of habanero wings, which I actually feel like for some reason boneless wings are spicier. Just I guess because it sticks on the actual meat more.
I never thought about it.
I think banchan tenders are way more spicier than the wings. I can't eat them. Yeah, I can't. I tried. I only ate like one.
I think
it's because like when you do tenders or like nuggets or like boneless wings, it's like the breading is more embedded with the sauce. Whereas
Yeah.
if it's just skin, it just sort of slides off.
I guess without more, I guess without bones too. Like maybe
Yeah.
the sauce gets soaked in more. Like there's just more mass in there or something.
I remember early on I did order a lot of food, but I think within the past week I've been on this YouTube rabbit hole of watching cooking shows and stuff. And I've been going to Kroger and buying a bunch of different ingredients and meats, weird meats, and I've been cooking a lot this past week, Ricky. I've been making my
Nice.
own meals and stuff.
Have you ever heard of a YouTube channel called Ordinary Sausage?
No,
You should check that out sometime.
ordinary sausage.
Do they just sausage things?
Yeah.
Sausage random things?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think I've heard of that. I think I watched them sausage KFC or something like that.
Yes,
What?
yes, that is one of his 5 out of 5 sausages. My favorite's the water sausage.
Isn't it just like a water balloon?
Yeah.
I've been watching the Munchies YouTube channel and the First We Feast and what else was there? Bon Appetit, even though that's problematic. So yeah, I mean I made some ground bison the other day. It was pretty good. Seasoned it with onions and other spices.
I've never had bison before. What's it like?
It's kind of like ground beef, depending on how you cook it. It's a lot leaner, and you could definitely taste how gamey it is compared to beef if you put it side by side. Like it has more of a metallic taste to it than beef. I like it a lot because it's lean. Yeah.
Oh no, one thing I will say is quarantine has made me finally understand people who just like binge the crap out of shows. Because I've just been running out of shows. In the past month, I finished The Americans, Vikings. I'm caught up on Doom Patrol. I rewatched Watchmen. Now I'm rewatching Batman the Animated Series, but that's so I can rewatch Batman Beyond. But I felt like I wanted to watch the original series first. I'm gonna watch Westworld. And before, I didn't do any binging, and it's just like shows had to be like top tier quality for me to give a crap. But now it's just like I need something to do.
Yeah.
How do you find time to work though? Don't you have jobs to do?
Well, the thing is, I just transitioned into a new role, which means I'm in training, but also I'm working from home.
Yeah.
So I don't have a lot of work on my plate yet because they haven't trained me. So I literally just watch movies and play video games, but have Slack open in case they need anything.
I hear you. I am always busy at work.
Oh, from what I understand, I'm going to be like super busy because this is like one of the busiest teams, and they're usually on like way later than they're supposed to be, just working.
Dang.
So, yeah. Because I think we get off at like 5:30, and I've seen plenty of times where they're still sending out emails at like 11.
At night?
Yeah.
That's not really a good work-life balance, man.
Well, I mean, they take a lot of hours off during the day too,
Okay. Yeah.
because they can.
Yeah. I hear you. Salina, any habits that you've adopted since quarantine or changed or?
I got back into anime during quarantine because some of the shows are so long that like I feel like I'd never run out of it. So like whenever I'm bored, I'm just like, oh, I'll just watch some One Piece today.
Oh, so
I was
you,
gonna
you,
say-
you, I was going to ask because I've had that conversation with so many people. It's just like, oh yeah, I started One Piece. No better time. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. There's like over 900 episodes. I'll never run out, and it's still going on.
How far are you?
I
into
love
Are you
that?
it.
serious?
Yeah,
I'm like
yeah.
100, like episode 127 or something like that.
Jeez,
Yeah.
there's
And I just
900.
finished. I just finished the show called Hunter x Hunter, which is probably my favorite anime now,
Dang,
and
I heard
that's
good
like
things about that.
147. Yeah,
Jesus.
I just been binge watching shows.
I've been watching Fist of the North Star, which 80s anime. It's very 80s.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like one of the most like influential like manga and like anime ever. But watching it for the first time in the context of like 2020, it's just like, this is really stupid. But I really like it. I don't know why.
It's like a
So it's bad.
timepiece, right? Like a
It's not bad. It's just very clearly like early anime. It's just like, oh,
Low frame
there
rates.
is bad guy. Oh, bad guy punches good guy. Bad guy die.
Oh. So not much of a story arc.
It's like there is, but there isn't.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough, like they started introducing like actual major villains, and they last a lot. They last nowhere near as long as the first villains of season 2, which was literally just a gang of dudes that were all brothers, and they lasted for like 15 episodes or something. Main villains who are supposed to be like the brothers of the main character last for maybe like 5 episodes.
I haven't watched an anime in forever, man. What's a good one? I saw One Punch Man recently, actually.
I haven't
Like
watched
last
that.
year.
That one's good.
I like One Punch Man.
Have they made season 2 yet or no?
Yeah, they have.
Yeah.
It was a different
They have.
studio though, and the animation quality went down a lot.
Oh wow, it's like Dragon Ball Super then.
I don't know. I actually haven't watched Super.
Yeah.
So when
I heard
I
the
think
earlier.
in the beginning, yeah, it was like the animation was pretty bad, but I think they fixed that now. Not that I've seen so many episodes of it, but that's what it seems like, anyways.
Yeah, Salina, you mentioned that One Piece. That was how many episodes?
It's like over 900. I think it's like almost 1,000. It's still
One Piece?
going on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they like
And then,
released.
like-
They released episodes like every week for the past 10 years, and they only had a break because of COVID.
Yeah. They
Damn.
Yeah, they don't take like season breaks like other shows do. They just go
They just
all
keep
throughout the year.
going.
You can
Yeah,
tell
it's
by the
amazing.
animation quality.
Oh, okay. So the drawing
they
style
like-
is not
One cool
as.
thing-
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. One cool thing about One Piece that I learned is that the creator actually wrote the ending first before he worked he started with the ending and then he like worked towards the beginning. So
Is that why it's
There's
lasting
an
so long?
ending.
Because he doesn't know how to connect it to the ending.
probably, I don't know.
He wrote himself
That's
into a
funny.
corner. Now he has to figure out how to get there.
1,000 episodes. That's ridiculous.
Jeez.
1,000 episodes. So how many episodes of Simpsons and SpongeBob?
Not as much as One Piece.
SpongeBob.
I
Yeah,
know
because they
that.
actually take breaks.
Wow.
They actually take breaks. That's the difference.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Are they like
So they'll-
30-minute episodes?
Yeah, I think they're
What'd
like
you
the
say?
standard 23-minute episodes, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's no season breaks, right? They just
Well,
straight
yeah.
through.
Which is interesting because they're still broken up into seasons.
Yeah.
It just doesn't. There's no break. It just
It's
doesn't
like, oh,
stop.
next week is season 15.
I think technically there are season breaks, but they're like 1 week.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, they don't really
Mm.
go by like, oh, this season. They like when people like talk about One Piece, they usually talk about the story arc.
Yeah.
They don't be like, oh, that's season 15. They'll be like, oh, this is the
Oh, okay.
blank story arc. So yeah,
Is it still as interesting as when you started it so far?
it got better. Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's better.
I'm doing the podcast.
What's a podcast? It makes me wonder how what the One Piece's workflow is like. I'm sure they have like different teams on each episode, I guess. Because I know it's not one team
Yeah, I
working
think
on
so.
it. I don't know.
Maybe they stocked up. Like they're already done all the work. They're just sitting on a bunch of episodes.
Pretty much, I guess.
That'd be
so,
crazy.
Yeah. I cannot watch long running anime. I'll usually like watch one season things and then I'm like, I'm out. And then
Yeah.
I'll binge watch Breaking Bad again.
Mm.
I mean,
Have
I
you
haven't
also-
really watched anime in a while.
Yeah.
I-
What was the last one you
I
watched?
recommend.
Go ahead, Salina.
Oh, I recommend Erased if you guys ever want to get back into anime. It's like 13 episodes, and I really like it.
I could do 13 episodes. Yeah.
I forget. Have
Yeah,
you watched
watch
Promise
it.
Neverland?
I watched everything but the last episode of the first season.
I
It's
feel
really
like you
good.
do that a lot.
I don't know why. I do that with books too. I read up to the last chapter and I don't read it. I don't know.
Is
I
it
guess I'm
'cause you
scared
don't
of
want it to end?
disappointment or.
I
Yeah,
guess that's fair.
probably.
Ricky, I've been on like the second Witcher book for like 6 months because I just don't feel like reading the last short story.
Mm.
And they're short stories too.
I did that with Dragon Quest. I think it was 9 or something. Like one of the ones on the 3DS. Like I got all the way to the very end. All I had to do was fight the last boss, but I just stopped there because I didn't want it to end. It was
And then
so
you
good.
come back to it like 5 months later. It's like, oh, well, I don't remember, so I have to restart.
And I just stopped. It was great though.
Ricky, what was that one anime you showed me a while ago? It was like a black and white, hand drawn looking style anime. It's like a horror type of.
Horror anime.
Yeah, it's supposed to come on Adult Swim.
Oh, Uzumaki.
Oh yeah,
What was it called?
Uzumaki.
Uzumaki.
Is that out yet?
No. I have the book sitting right here.
Is it ever coming out?
Who knows?
Maybe it's been delayed now. You know.
Yeah, probably.
What was the last
Interesting.
anime that you guys watched?
The Ronin Warriors. No, I said
Jeez.
One Punch Man.
Yeah, I think I honestly do think it's probably One Punch Man. Yeah, I don't think Avatar counts as an anime really. I've been watching that, but I don't know if
I
that's
Last
still haven't
Airbender?
watched Avatar.
yeah, Airbender. It's great. I didn't really watch it when I was a kid, just because like that's one of those things you have to follow every episode.
I
But
think I didn't watch it because Boomao loved it.
he did. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
He really loved it.
He
yeah.
was really
What is
mad at
that?
the last Airbender movie. I mean, everyone was. I was, and I'm not even a fan.
Right. But if you are a fan, then you'll be
It's
especially
just
mad, I
offensive.
guess.
Did you
Yeah.
see that they're doing a live action show, and that's why it's on Netflix?
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it are Netflix gonna do the live action, or is it just someone
Yeah, I
else?
believe so. I believe the teaser's already out too.
Okay.
They didn't whitewash everyone, which I mean,
Yeah,
is what
I
they
heard
did with the
about
movie.
that. Right. Yeah. So far, the just the original show's been pretty dang good. I like it.
Yeah.
So.
Maybe I'll watch that after Westworld, which will be very different tones.
Have you watched any Westworld yet?
No, I just remembered it's on HBO, so I'll probably start that tonight.
Yeah.
That's 3 seasons now, right?
I think so.
Yeah. I haven't watched the third season, but I like the first two. Pretty good.
I also
I
need
haven't
to watch
watched-
Chernobyl.
I heard that was really good.
I
watched
have
some of it,
not
that was
watched. I have not watched Game of Thrones.
Any of it?
Nope.
I think I
Zilch.
watched through like season 3, and then I stopped caring.
I got to like
good. I
the
watched
middle of
the
season
first
2.
episode.
It's
what
just like
about,
sometimes I just want to stop when I know it's good, so that it doesn't get ruined later. Because that's how I felt with The Walking Dead. I thought the first season was awesome, and then after that, I was like, "This is whack." Funny thing being, the first season is the one that most closely follows the comics.
Yeah, it's like how many other ways can you get your community out of this shithole that Grimes got them into? Is he still alive?
I think he died.
Spoiler alert! Spoilers.
Uh-oh.
No. He's out of the series right now, but I know that.
Oh right, he's getting 3 movies.
Yeah, 3 independent movies with
I forgot about
him
that.
separate from the.
That's so crazy. Jeez.
I'm sure what's his name, Andrew Lincoln, is so tired of that character now. But he's getting those checks, so I don't think he cares. I don't know.
But it's like, what else has he been since then?
Yeah, that's true.
He was in
Haven't
Love
seen it.
Actually,
Oh, was he?
the rom-com. Yeah,
I remember that.
I don't know anything else.
I think he was the one with the sign at the door. Yeah, that was him. That was him. Love Actually. I'm looking it up.
I know was it the graphic novel Walking Dead? Like that ended.
Yeah. Do you actually know how that ended?
Yeah, I googled it because it's just I was curious.
Well, I don't mean like the actual ending, but in terms of like the release. It's
Yeah,
like
they didn't make a big deal about it, right? It was just like,
Yeah, it
oh,
was
by the
like-
way, this is the last.
Well, not just that. It was slated for, I think it was like 197 or something like that, to be the last
right. Yeah.
the last issue, because they said that would be the last issue, I think.
Mhm.
And then it ended on like 193, and they were just like, "Ha, I gotcha."
That's so messed up.
What other
That's
shows has
crazy.
gone on too long?
I looked up a
Okay.
bunch of just daytime soap operas to see how long they run, and some of
Gosh.
them have been going on for like 50 years and have episodes every day.
Yeah,
Oh my
it's like
I'm like,
God.
I'm like, how do new people get into these shows? Do they have to catch up? Is there a way to catch up?
no,
It just keeps going.
it's pretty much like wrestling. You just start with one episode that week, and if you're hooked, you're hooked.
Did I hear right? Is the Undertaker finally actually retiring?
He
Quote
never
unquote.
retired?
He announced that he on his so he had like a series, a mini series called The Last Ride, like Michael Jordan's The Last Dance, Ricky
Oh,
as a
okay.
reference. The Last Ride is like one of his finishing moves. But anyway, on the last episode, he said I am done. I'm not doing in ring stuff anymore. But we know, all wrestling nerds know that doesn't mean that's not definite. It's he
Oh,
probably
is
have
that
one
when
more
he feels
match.
like it? Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, most likely he'll have one more match after COVID's done with.
Mm.
Because I feel like because of COVID, they had to alter his last match. They made it less intense for him, but wrestling they never really finished. Like a Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair, they're still out there screaming and stuff.
Is Kane still out there?
Kane, no, he's actually a mayor in Knox, Tennessee.
What?
Whoa.
Yeah,
Does
Fun
he wear the
fact.
mask? Does he wear the
No.
mask?
no, Mayor Glenn Jacobs. I'll show. So they had a vote over there of a mask mandating, and every I guess seat holder there voted yes for the mask mandate. Kane was the only one that voted no for the mask mandate, which is
That's kinda
ironic because he
funny.
wears a mask.
Ironic. Yeah.
I remember the first time he took off the mask, and I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, it made his face look burnt and stuff. Yeah, here's Kane, Mayor Kane.
Kane was my very first crush.
What?
With him on the map.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I forgot
I was literally 6 years old, and I was like, I like this guy. I had like a secret crush on him, and then I saw him without the mask. I didn't like him anymore. But
And a crush on him with the mask on.
Yeah.
That's
funny.
hilarious.
I guess we could go to the next person with something to talk about. Salina, what you got? I see
Oh.
2 things.
We already talked about, well, conspiracy theories. Have you guys heard of the Wayfair Gate?
No, I've heard a little bit about Pizzagate.
Oh, well, whenever like a new conspiracy comes out, they like put a gate at the end of it. But like, you guys haven't heard of the Wayfair stuff at all?
I have.
I feel like
I'll let you explain this later.
Okay, so this went viral last week. It went really viral. Like, there's a bunch of influencers posting about it and all that. So it was, you know what Wayfair is?
Is that furniture?
It's a
It's kind of like
furniture
IKEA,
company.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like an
Oh, okay.
online furniture company. And then someone posted on r/conspiracy, this Wayfair conspiracy, saying that they're pointing out that they had a bunch of storage cabinets listed for like $10,000 through $15,000, and they all looked the same, pretty much. And the storage cabinets had names attached to them. So like, let me see. They were uncommon names. I forgot an example of one. But anyway, some person like started pulling up ads for like missing children and saw that they lined up with like some of the names of the storage cabinets. And then people started theorizing that they were selling children like
like
through
trafficking
Wayfair.
kids.
Yeah. And then Wayfair just said that like they're industrial cabinets and that like it was accurately priced. They eventually took the cabinets down. And they also found like other like very overpriced items. But I don't believe in it, but I thought it was really interesting how it spread. So
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah. yeah.
What-
I mean, like the biggest hole is that there's not really any evidence of like children being sold. Like no one's ever like really investigated it. So
You think anyone like has actually bought these cabinets? Like,
I don't know.
that's
I was gonna
expensive.
say, when I first saw this last week, first of all, my first thought was like, $15,000 for a freaking storage cabinet. Who's gonna pay that much? And then I went deeper into this, and I learned about the conspiracy. So I don't know if y'all could see my screen share. It's kind of blurry on my end too. But there's one storage cabinet right here where my mouse is called the Niraya storage cabinet. And somebody had cross-referenced that with a missing persons. They use Yandex, which is like a Russian search engine or something like that. I don't know what that is really. But they
Yeah.
cross-reference Niraya on Yandex, and they found a missing child with the same name. Now it could be a coincidence. Who knows? But they kept researching this other name, which is Yaritsa, and they found another person named Yaritsa that's missing. so on and so
That's
forth. And people kept
creepy.
rolling with it and rolling with it. Noticed that the
Yeah.
price is way too damn high, and they were connecting it to missing children and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
And like
Did they ever
this,
give a reasoning to why they named their cabinets the way they named
I
them?
don't know.
Well, like a lot of furniture places just do that. They name their furniture after people.
Oh, I
So
didn't know that.
yeah, just the biggest thing that makes me not believe it is that why would they sell it on like their big main site? And also, like, what if someone accidentally bought a cabinet? So
Yeah,
Right, and they got a kid instead.
yeah,
That's so crazy.
Selena,
but then
I've also heard that in order to actually proceed with the purchase, you have to have a. They say you have to have like a promo code to have it go
oh
through,
wow,
Oh my god.
which is
okay, now
I don't
that
know.
changes things. I don't know.
My
Some people
thing-
are like, this is, it's like way too crazy, but some people are like, what else do you need? The names and all this.
Yeah.
Like, what else do you need? So, I don't know. What do you think?
I'll just say this. I understand people's concerns. Human trafficking and child trafficking is terrible. I wish people still had that same energy when the kids being detained by ICE in those cages. I wish they had that same energy for that, but of course, they don't care about those kids being detained by ICE.
Don't you know that doesn't matter because it's not entertaining?
Yeah. People love a good conspiracy theory and they run with it. But when actual families are being detained and held in cages, they don't care. That's all I'm saying. And
Yeah.
those kids in cages in those ICE camps, apparently I saw like 12,000 went missing. Like their names went missing from the books or something like that. That could be conspiracy theory again. That could
Yeah.
be
Wayfair
going
had it?
to human trafficking also. The ICE camps. So
I'm saying if they're going missing, what if they're the Wayfair children?
who knows, man?
That's scary.
Yeah.
Terrifying. But I feel like yeah, like why would they have those cabinets made public if you have to have a promo code anyways
I don't know.
to buy
Yeah, that
it? Like,
just makes it sound like super
Yeah.
designer.
yeah.
Like it's for celebs.
Yeah. But like it's Wayfair. I didn't really think of Wayfair being a high-end furniture outlet, right?
Mm.
I
I
wasn't
really
even
know.
familiar with them in the first place, so
They got $15,000 cabinets.
Yeah.
Mm.
Uh,
do you put stuff in a $15,000 cabinet? I feel like it's really expensive sneakers where you just show it off and don't actually wear them.
You put the rest of your money in it that you didn't spend the $15,000 on.
those expensive dishware that you never use, you just show off. The China dishes or something like that.
Look at how nice this
Yeah.
plate is, but you're not going to use it because you might scratch it.
Yeah. But that's my
Are
two
there
cents
any
on the.
conspiracy? Oh, sorry.
That was my 2 cents on the Wayfair conspiracy, Selena. So
Are there any conspiracy theories that you guys believe in?
believe or heard of?
Okay, heard of. And then tell me if you believe it. Tell me if you believe it.
Okay. I'm not sure if I believe it or not, but I'm aware of it. The Britney Spears conspiracy that popped up recently also.
I've seen some of
Heard
those
about
videos on
that.
TikTok.
Is
Are
it
y'all
like
familiar with
she's
that?
like held captive or something? By
Yeah, pretty much by her father or family.
Yeah,
or
like her
whatnot.
dad or something.
So
Do you guys remember?
I was
Go
gonna say, Britney has been posting weird videos on her. I think it's her TikTok or something, where she's just walking around her house doing and holding flowers. Like it's nothing, but it's disturbing because why are you just doing this? You're
Yeah.
like Britney Spears. And people became worried, and I think somebody had commented saying, if you're in trouble or need help, wear yellow on your next video. And then she wears yellow, hold yellow flowers, such and such. And then that started snowballing. People were saying she's, being held captive by her label and father, and she's not able to get a driver's license because they don't want her to leave or something. Her medication's not working anymore, stuff like that. Salina, do you know any more details about this? Because I kind of glossed over it a little bit.
I don't know that much about the Britney Spears one. It reminds me of the. Do you guys remember that YouTuber that went that people were theorizing that she went captive, Marina Joyce?
I remember that. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it reminds me of that and like how viral that went in like such a short amount of time. But yeah, I
It
don't really
reminds
know.
me of there was a Black Mirror episode, kind of like this.
The
It was
Miley
a
Cyrus
pop.
one, right?
Yeah, it was like pop star was held captive by her
Oh, I actually
aunt.
haven't watched past season 3. Is it worth watching?
Yeah, I'd say so. Pretty good.
I probably wouldn't watch it during these weird social injustice times.
That's true.
I think Meow Meow was out the window again. Sorry.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that Britney conspiracy is true or not, but I do feel bad for her if it is
Oh
true.
yeah, I mean that's something that like because one of my coworkers loves conspiracy theories, but she made a good point where it's like when stuff like this comes up about a celebrity, everyone's just so entertained about it. But it's just like that's still a person. You should probably be concerned about them if you're going
Yeah.
to care at all.
Mm.
Yeah,
Because like
And
mental
being
health
that-
is with celebrities is not treated correctly.
yeah.
It's just like, oh, you got so much money. Why aren't you like perfect and happy with your life?
Yeah. I feel like also she was a child star, so I mean, she was always in the limelight her entire life. She never had her own life, really.
Yeah,
I don't think she really knows how to live her own life.
yeah, that definitely can affect your mental state, like as you get older.
Mm.
Same with like Michael Jackson. He never really had a normal childhood.
Yeah,
Or
like
Corey
your view
Feldman.
on life is Corey Feldman.
Yeah, the Goonies kid,
Oh
who was
yeah.
who's best buds with Michael Jackson,
Oh
but also was a child star
yeah.
who hung out with Michael Jackson.
Jeez. Where's my? Okay. Did y'all hear that?
Yeah,
I heard
Yeah.
it.
Okay, cool. It's weird. Y'all didn't hear the YouTube stuff. All right. What other thing was I gonna say? I forgot about the conspiracy stuff. Oh, man, you had mentioned like you have all this money, like for celebrities, you have all this money, and how come you're not happy? It's one of those things where the old saying, "More money, more problems."
hmm
I think that's prevalent now. Like Kanye, I think he's going through an episode like bipolar mental breakdown kind of thing.
yeah.
And I don't think he's seeing help for it. And I don't think people around him are encouraging him to go see help either. I mean, how can you tell Kanye you need help? Who's going to tell him that? I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's just a whole thing of like there's supposed to be the standard and these expectations for anyone who's considered a celebrity. So they try to hold themselves to that when really they're unrealistic and they're still human beings, even if some of them are ungodly rich. Still not Bezos rich, but still, it's just like I wouldn't mind that money. I wouldn't want to be a celebrity because that's a huge part of it is having the public eye on you for every single thing you do.
Yeah.
So, if you want to make me rich while us not being in the limelight, I'm welcome to anyone doing that.
Yeah, being a celebrity just sounds like a nightmare.
I'm not a fan. And that's why I'm glad that my success meter for artist has gone way down since I was a kid. I don't want to be that guy who's in museums and everyone is paying attention to him anymore. I just want to make money.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Would you consider Bezos a celebrity, or is he just a rich man?
He's just a rich dude.
Yeah.
I consider him celebrity.
He's a celebrity because he's a rich dude.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes
And
sense.
especially with like social media nowadays, like like it's hard not to pay attention to someone like that. Obviously, it's like they're always just going to be in the news anyway. So
Yeah. Any other conspiracy theories y'all come across or believe in?
I don't really follow conspiracy theories that much, but like the other day, there was someone outside of our. Because we have an apartment and it has like the whole sliding glass door thing. Some dude
Yeah.
was outside for like an hour or so just screaming on his phone about how the libs set up the deep state and they were inspired by the Weimar Republic and they got the blueprint from Hitler or something. And he was just yelling on his phone outside for like 45 minutes out there, which was really interesting because he
I
seemed
wonder who
very
he's yelling
angry.
at.
What?
I wonder who he's talking to.
He was on his phone. He was literally just on his phone. And I thought it was
he
some
making
old
a-
dude, and then he walked by, and it was just like actually some young dude. And I was like, oh god, that's even worse somehow.
Oh gosh. Yeah, it's the world we live in now. I blame
wanna
Jersey
ask-
Shore. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I want to ask Ricky about one conspiracy theory because I think you used to work for Chuck E. Cheese, right, Ricky?
Yeah.
The Chuck E. Cheese pizza conspiracy theory. Do you guys know about that one?
Vaguely. What? Remind me.
So people were noticing that when they got their Chuck E. Cheese pizza, it'd be like really weirdly sliced. Like some of the
Oh, I heard
slices
about
wouldn't
this
really
one.
match up. And then people were theorizing that they just recycle old pizza and like link it up. If you can pull up a picture, I don't know how to share my screen.
I've heard about that one, but I don't think I can speak on it. I didn't work there long enough to really pay attention to that pizza.
Oh,
Like if I knew about that conspiracy theory, like when I was working there, I think I would like try to figure that out. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I couldn't speak on it. That's funny one.
Chuck E. Cheese's pizza, or oddly shaped pizza, ignites a bizarre conspiracy theory viewed by millions on YouTube. This is written by the Washington Post. I remember this now. I remember H3 talk about this.
Have you seen that they started naming themselves as Pasquale's Pizza, which is technically their in-venue restaurant, but they've started calling themselves Pasquale Pizza on like DoorDash and stuff like that, so that people don't think they're ordering from Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh yeah, I did hear that.
I saw that. Do you hear they're going
filed-
bankrupt?
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Yeah,
I didn't hear about
So
that.
sad.
I guess. I
crazy.
mean,
I forget, Ricky, did you ever wear the suit?
Yeah, I wore the suit, dude. The like the changing room for the suit, it had like so many holes in the walls. It was just, I guess people got so mad.
What are
that they had
people
to be-
punching it?
Yeah, that's where all the holes were coming from. There were like so many too.
Oh
I
my
was like,
god.
damn, that's crazy.
Do they ever clean that thing?
Yeah, like every time you get out, you wipe it down and everything. So
Oh, it's just a wipe
Just
down,
wipe it
not,
down?
not like a deep wash.
I mean, I don't know, like maybe every once in a while it's a deep wash, but it's
How often did you have to wear it?
maybe at least once a week.
dang, that sucks.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, the kids would cry, and then someone would try to attack you, and
I remember
Yeah, it's crazy.
being a kid and thinking a mascot would be really cool, and then just like as you get older, you realize kids are great, but they also suck. But also, you're in a suit, probably sweating, and just like
Miserable.
wanting to get out of where you are.
yeah, that wasn't fun. It was just not fun.
Because like being like a sports mascot is probably cool, but like being just that guy at Chuck E. Cheese or like an amusement park or something probably sucks.
Was it ever hot in there?
Yeah, it was hard to see everything too. Like, man, it was just hard to move and everything. You got to make sure, like,
How long did you have to wear it at a time?
I don't know, maybe like at most 15 minutes or so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but still, man, it was just hard to maneuver. Yeah, it was annoying. I didn't enjoy it, but it's crazy that I ever did it. You know?
Was that the worst job you ever had?
You know, I guess so. Yeah, like, yeah, like like us working at the mall. Those were like real hard times too. But yeah,
How long were you at Chuck E. Cheese? I don't remember.
not too long. Maybe a couple months.
Okay.
It wasn't really very long at all. But yeah,
My worst job was Toys R Us. I was there for 2 days.
I remember that.
Yeah, I was customer service and I hated it. Like, I'm not going back.
Technically, I've only had 2 jobs, but my time at UPS was terrible. It's just like, it's one of those things where it's like, you don't hate your coworkers and you don't hate the actual work, but just like the type of people who come in and the stuff they ask for is ridiculous. And then working Christmas in shipping was god awful.
Oh, I
And
can
during
imagine.
Christmas season, we had a day where the entire UPS network went down.
Damn.
And it was down for like the whole day.
You
And
guys
I had
were
to
in
stay
the dark.
over for like 3 hours after trying to process things and pack things up just because there's so much and we were behind because of that. And then one time someone dropped a tire jack on my hand. That was cool.
Jeez.
A tire jack, you said?
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Wait,
It only really made impact with one finger, but it was just about to crush my hand.
did you
And
ever?
it still
I
had
think,
mud in it and stuff.
did you
What's
wear a
up?
cast?
No.
No.
I didn't
Okay.
break anything. It wasn't that hard of a drop, but it was just okay, well, why'd you do this?
Yeah.
He just plopped it there. I was like, what? And he was like, ship this. I'm like, you got mud all over it. You're gonna have to clean this, dude. I'm not doing it.
That's terrible. Salina, what was your worst job?
It was a ice cream place. I worked there for 3 days,
I remember that.
and they technically they tried to fire me the second day, but they forgot. They didn't actually fire people. They passive aggressively fired them by just never talking to them again.
Yeah,
But my second on the second day they asked me hey, can you work Saturday? I'm like, oh yeah, sure. And then I came in on Saturday. They were like, oh, I forgot that you were scheduled today. And I just worked that last day and they never called me back. They never paid me. And but I didn't like it. I think I got fired because I didn't scoop fast enough. Because it's really hard to scoop. It's a lot of work. And
but isn't that why they should train you and make sure you get better at it?
well, I think the first day they're just that was their job interview, I guess, to them. Because I didn't really have a job interview. They were like, I went there and they were just here's what you need to do. And I was like, okay, come in on blank. And then I was like, okay. And then I just worked a full day. They owe me $70, but I'm not gonna pay it up. Yeah.
Take them to court.
For $70?
There's so many other I've had 4 other friends that worked there and they all got fired the same way, passive aggressively, where you had to reach out to pick up your paycheck. They wouldn't just give it to you.
Have you ever been back there since?
Yeah. I like their ice cream a lot. They don't remember me, so I don't really feel ashamed or anything.
Okay.
Sounds like a cutthroat industry.
Was this next door to the old spot?
Yes.
Ricky? That one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
It was pretty good, though. Very good product.
Yeah.
Technically, it was custard, not ice cream, right?
Oh, true. It was custard and frozen ice. I like frozen ice.
I mean, isn't ice frozen anyway?
Oh, shoot. Oh, shaved ice.
Shaved ice, okay.
Frozen ice. That's the best kind.
I don't know. I like my ice liquid. I don't know what you call that, though.
Liquid. Ice.
Yeah, fluid.
Liquid ice. Fluid
Melted
ice.
Oh, my God.
Have you ever drank melted ice before?
No. That sounds amazing.
It's brand new. It's very artisanal. Go to the latest hipster place. They'll make it right in front of you. What's next on our list, y'all? We talked conspiracy theories. We talked music. We've run everywhere. Ricky, you have one that says quotes to live by?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I wanted to know if you guys had quotes. Do you guys live by, basically?
I should have looked at the doc because I would have had an answer for this.
Oh, yeah.
But now I
was on the spot.
off the top of my head.
Right? Yeah. Oh,
I think I have one.
Okay.
Go ahead. I want to hear yours.
Okay, the one I wanted to share was, so it says, when you do things right, people won't be sure you've done anything at all. And this was actually from Futurama. I don't know if you guys ever watched Futurama, but God, I love that show. It was the episode where Bender he got to be God, I guess, for a day or something like that. And he did such a horrible job, and everyone died. Eventually, he got to meet God eventually, and that's pretty much what God told Bender, anyways. But I mean, yeah, I think it's an interesting quote because there's people who just work thankless jobs and they go underappreciated, by people around them, people they work for, and they, a lot of people just don't go notice until something goes wrong. People are just doing their job. So yeah, grocery workers and people who work in IT, things go down, they're gonna get yelled at, but when nothing's wrong, like I feel like people just don't pay attention to them. People in the restaurant service, waiters, cooks, and all that, crazy.
Yeah.
Um, and
When you mentioned the essential workers, it's especially important now to.
yeah, that's why I've always been like shouting them out. So yeah, early shouts out to all those people. And you know what? Also, support mains on online video games. Healers and all that. It sucks for them sometimes, man.
Yeah,
they just
it
want to heal
does.
their teammates. It's a thankless job, but someone's got to do it.
Every time, it's just like, why didn't you heal me? And it's just
Yeah.
like, I did though.
Yeah, so
It reminded me, or
hey,
it made me
Rick-
think of. Huh?
I was just gonna say, hey Ricky, you want to play Overwatch again? We had a great time being supports, right?
yeah. Great.
When I heard your quote, Ricky, it reminded me of the one Joker said, Heath Ledger's Joker, when he said, "If you're good at something, never do it for free." I don't know why. I don't know why that came to my mind, but that's something I live by for sure.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
If you have a useful skill set, people, often would be willing to pay for it.
Yeah. What else was there?
It's like to
There's a
say,
Carl
know your
Sagan
worth,
one.
basically.
Pretty much, yeah. I remember Carl Sagan had one. I forgot what it was though. Something about imagination takes you to places that you've never been, or something like that. I keep that in my mind a lot too.
Yeah, he had a few good quotes, I think. I can't remember any of them either, but yeah. Cool.
You got quotes, Salina?
Anyone else?
I don't know the exact quote, but it goes something like, "One day I said I'd get my life together, so I did." I like that because I feel like a lot of time I'm just like, I don't have enough motivation to do things. I'm like waiting for something to push me, when like all it really takes is just pushing yourself to go do that one thing, and that can lead to like a lot of other things. But that's like the only one that I really live by right now. So
That's a good one. I like that. Yeah, because it's so easy to fall into procrastination, especially during like quarantine times, So yeah, I like it. It's good.
I don't know who said that. I just saw it randomly on like Twitter or something.
That's fine.
Also, this one's a little overused. I mean, you hear it a lot, but it's like, be yourself, there's only one of you. I like that a lot.
Yeah. That's definitely important.
I find it comforting, just thinking, because like so many times you compare yourself to other people, and I like knowing that I'm the only one that can be me.
All right, I found one that I forgot about, but now that I've been reminded of it, I love. It's from my favorite game, Disco Elysium, and the line is, "Sometimes a kebab is just a kebab." And it's just a reminder to like not overcomplicate things. Sometimes things just are what they are.
Well, yeah, don't always overthink things, right?
Yeah.
Some things are just as simple as they look.
I forgot. There was another quote. I don't know who said it. It might have been. I don't know who it was. It says. What did he say? If you don't have haters, you're not popping. Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King said that. No, I'm playing. He didn't say that.
I feel like I've heard something like that before, though.
Yeah. That was a bad one. Is there anything else that we wanted to talk about? I have one thing. It's a long one, I think, a long-winded one, but I just want to make sure we got everybody that touched base on this.
I wanted to add one more quote from the same game, and it's just it in the context of this. Your player character is talking to someone who's had failed companies. And just one of the lines that you can choose to say is no one's really ever safe from failure, which sounds negative, but it's just a reality that you will fail.
Yeah, that's true.
That's fine.
Yeah. I wish more people realize that too. Like you can't. There's no way you can go through life without failing like once. There's like another quote about failure. Like Like you either win or you learn. Like you don't really ever fail if you've learned something from it. Basically, So
Failing is winning as long as you have the right mindset.
yeah, pretty much. There's
As long as you know it's not like keeping yourself alive, in which case it probably is just failure.
once you're dead, it's the ultimate failure. But yeah, failure can be a good lesson.
All right, I didn't have anything
Uh,
else.
I guess we could go on to my last thing I wanted to talk about. It's a long-winded one. Have y'all heard of Randonautica?
I have.
Have
No,
y'all
I
heard it,
felt like
Ricky
Selena
or
would
Matt?
might have. I don't know why, but I
I'm
haven't.
on TikTok a lot. I'm on the internet a lot. So
Oh, is
So
that what it is? I thought it was like a YouTube thing. From what Vila's.
it's just a internet trend
Oh, okay,
that
just internet in general.
people have seen on TikTok a lot.
Okay.
So Randonautica, basically, it's from the words random and nautica, which means like geolocation or something like that, right? Or location, nautica. Um, so what it is based on okay. You guys are familiar with the thinking that we are living, like people think that we live in a matrix or some simulation.
Mm-hmm.
So it plays along with that mindset. So keep that in mind.
Okay.
So Randonautica is an app that generates random coordinates, and the way these coordinates are generated is based on the power of your intention or your thought while it's generating. It's not somewhere where you type into the app like you want to find such and such. It's more so you have to think it, and it uses the power of manifestation of your thought to produce whatever location that's going to pop up. So when these coordinates are generated, you go explore to that location and see what is there. It could be something small, could be something large, could be metaphorical, or you know, or direct. Not metaphorical. I don't know. Whatever it is. So
Symbolic.
yeah, symbolic or something direct. So they say that these coordinates, the Randonautica app is connected to some mainframe from the Matrix, and it generates these high frequency spots and low frequency spots, meaning people visit it, don't visit it, stuff like that. Here's where the belief the Matrix come in. So they say when you visit these coordinates, the experience that you get when you go there, it's supposed to break you out of the Matrix because it's proving that the power of your manifestation of your intention that you were thinking of will synchronize with that with your thought. So for example, if you are on the app and you click generate coordinates, while it's looking for coordinates, you're thinking in your own mind, say, I want to find a crime scene or crime, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you get these coordinates and you go there, and there happen to be like an ambulance there or an actual crime scene there. Stuff like that they say happens, which is weird, which is like synchronizing with your intention. That's where the Matrix kind of crosses over.
Right.
I'm
The
crossing
streams
my
are
fingers
crossing.
for the listeners. But they say that so the essence of the app is for you to just explore your local surroundings that you never really explored before. But people lately have been experiencing, I guess you could call it paranormal things, which to anybody listening, and Ricky, you know that I love this paranormal stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So there's one instance on TikTok recently. Salina, you might have seen this one. These group of
I have.
teenagers, I forgot what their intentions were, but I guess they said find a luggage case or something like that. And they went to some beach, and on the rocks they saw a luggage, like a black luggage. And they went to open it up, and they noticed like it smelled really bad once they unzipped it a little bit. So they called the cops, and it was a dead body. I forgot I don't know. Did you know what the attention was?
I don't think they said it.
Yeah, it's all over
Yeah.
the news and Insider and all that stuff. But
Yeah.
that's how dark it can get. Also, they also say don't do it at night.
I feel like I've
I saw
heard that about that luggage thing specifically.
Yeah, that was making its rounds a few weeks ago. I didn't realize it was connected to Randonautica. I saw a compilation of videos where this one, I don't know who they were, one group, they wanted to find, their intentions was to find demons at this location. That's the scary part. I'm not messing with that stuff. Everybody knows that. So they go to the location and they found this like old lady, dark eyes, no eye, like just dark, and she was speaking in tongues. I can't find that video, but I wish I could find it again. But that's another example that this weird Randonautica stuff is happening. Like there's some minor stuff and there's some really surreal and extreme experiences.
With that lady, wasn't she holding a suitcase or something like that in the video, or had a suitcase in the shopping cart?
I remember the
Have you
shopping
seen that
cart.
one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
but
was that
there
one.
was a suit. It wasn't the same suitcase, but people just thought that was a little weird.
Yeah, I remember the shopping cart one. There was another example. I don't know what their intentions were when they thought of the next coordinate, but they saw in person, real life, they saw, person walking the dog in the neighborhood, right? But their backup camera in the car, they noticed that there was nobody behind them. They didn't see the person walking the dog. They kept looking back. Like the dude's there with his dog walking, but they look in the backup cam, the dude's not there. So I don't know if this stuff is real or what basis this is being
The dead body one
pulled from. Yeah.
The dead body one was definitely real though, because they pulled up like articles and like they had like the police car show up, so it wasn't just like they staged
staged.
thing.
Yeah,
But, yeah.
That's when it made its rounds on like Insider News and all that stuff. Like they went back to the scene and it was actually a crime scene investigation going on. And then,
that's crazy.
So, yeah, it's just the idea of if we're living in the Matrix, are we at that point where are we breaking out of it now? Like these apps and technology showing us that this game's almost over or something?
Maybe so. I don't know. So with these like locations, like you said it's like within whoever's area, like when they search for it.
It could be. How can I explain this? It could be miles away.
Could it be like across the world?
No, not that
Yeah,
far.
I've been looking it up on this side while you guys have talked about it. It looks like it's still local, but it does have a little bit of a radius to it.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I didn't look up on who made the app or anything like that. I wish I did. I should have probably answered a lot of things, but yeah, it's not nothing across the world. It's more like within driving distance, I guess. And sometimes it takes you to some random abandoned field, which is scary. And they say don't take the objects that you come across because it has some type of consequence. I don't know if that's true or not.
That's scary.
Would you go random nutting?
Me? No, I'm good.
I would, but I wouldn't manifest something weird. I'd manifest like, I don't know, flowers.
Yeah,
or
is there any
like
good
that.
stories
just to
that come out of
test
this?
it out? Yeah, people go random nodding all the time. Apparently, there's like a whole like Reddit community about it.
Yeah.
But don't manifest anything like evil. I don't know.
What's a
I
good
want to
thing
try
someone
it.
found?
I don't know. Like I saw this one video. This dude just like I want to find a toy, and it took him to some random field. They went there. It turns out it was like an abandoned area, like old, rundown, destroyed homes where the rooftop is gone and stuff. It's just walls sitting there, and this is a toy, like a brand new looking toy in the middle of that structure. And they took it home with them, and apparently they had consequences like nothing felt right after that or something like that. I can't remember what it was, but
Yeah, I can see
because
how,
of the idea,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I can see how Matrix-ish that is.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. it just made me think about like if it is playing with the idea of a simulation and that we're in it. I was listening to something Elon Musk was talking about artificial intelligence. He and it's an anecdote from he said something like at some point artificial intelligence will be interconnected with our daily life that we are not going to be able to distinguish from our own reality. So I feel like with that being said, are we in it now and we just don't know it yet because it's so advanced? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's possible. I think there's a few theories like that. Like we're already in a simulation.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to wrap
Especially-
your head around. But
I'd
Yeah.
rather not
definitely
know.
possible.
You said you'd rather not know?
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't want to know.
Yeah, I can see why.
Take the blue pill.
Just the way that 2020 is going, man. Like you just want to hit the reset button so bad. Yeah.
That's something to think about, man.
I feel like I'm gonna do more research on this Randonautica stuff and how it's supposed to be connected. I don't know, or how it's coded in the programming.
I think you guys should do it for like a podcast episode. No, just
No, no.
and test it out.
No.
What is like the furthest that you would go with like paranormal stuff? Would you like investigate a haunted house or
The viewer would, I feel like.
or
We
anything?
talked about this.
I'm not going
Oh.
near any of it.
Oh, okay.
We talked about this. Varak, shout out to Varak. When he comes back into town, he wants to go ghost hunting. I said this in the Halloween episode. I kind of want to do it and kind of don't want to do it because I don't want to go to a place where it has potential demons and have it follow me home. But I'll go regular ghost stuff, but not demons. That's what I'm scared of.
Regular ghost
What
stuff.
is regular ghost stuff?
When a guy covered with a bed sheet just say scares you or something. I don't know.
Scooby-Doo adventures.
Scooby Doo Adventures, yeah.
No,
Second.
thanks.
I'll go random
Here.
hunting. I'll let you guys know.
Oh no! Don't do it at night.
Bring friends.
I won't. I'll manifest good things, like money or something.
What if you manifested like a pot of gold and you actually see like a leprechaun, but it was like really scary looking?
Oh wait, no, I can't take any of this stuff, so never mind.
Alternatively, you find like a cartel's like money stash or something, and then you're in trouble with them.
Yeah, don't think it.
I've seen Breaking Bad.
I was thinking No
Yeah.
Country for Old Men.
Yeah. Randonautica, for anybody that's listening and wants to look it up, it's super weird. But also, I think it's just too much of a coincidence. I don't know. I mean, who knows?
Maybe it's creepy pasta. You guys know what that is?
Creepypastas are great.
Maybe
That's where
Slender
Slenderman came from, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Creepypastas and horror shows. I'm all over that stuff. I love that stuff. Do y'all believe in ghosts?
I don't know. There's too much to think about. Ghosts and simulations.
I'm
I'm
gonna
ghost
say
agnostic.
Go
I'm ghost
Go ahead, Salina.
agnostic,
Oh,
which basically means I don't personally believe in them, but I also don't understand the entire workings of the universe, so who knows, it could be.
no. Yeah.
Plus, don't you guys ever just hear your name and no one's home, and you're just like, what?
you might just need sleep though.
I sleep plenty.
This one time, I was pulling an all-nighter for one of my art school projects. I was up at 3 a.m. My parents were in Cambodia at this time, and my brother had his own apartment. So I was home by myself working 3 a.m. They say that's a demon hour, by the way, 3 a.m. I don't know if that's true or not. But I heard the doorbell ring, and I was like, man, who is at my door? But then again, I was like, wait, I don't have a doorbell. So Yeah, I was tripping out. I was like, I either need sleep or I'm hearing things, or it could be both. So I don't know. So you might
Just
need
every
sleep.
time you just like wake up in the middle of the night and you see like some pile of something and it looks like a creature or something.
Are we going down a paranormal rabbit hole now?
Maybe. I mean, really the only experience I've had like that recently was one time I just woke up and I forgot that I didn't close my closet. And it's just
Oh
like the
gosh.
light from like the moon was coming into my room, but basically stopped right where the closet was, so that was pitch black. And I was just like,
Oh,
that's weird.
that is creepy. Ricky, I know you probably mentioned this before. I don't know if we talked about it, but sleep paralysis. Have y'all had it before?
I was just gonna bring that up. Yeah, I've had it last Saturday actually. That's the first time since that last time I had it. When we were watching that, what was it, that French
Oh,
scary movie?
Hereditary?
No,
No.
it
Oh,
was
right.
back before that.
Yeah, that French horror show
Yeah, so I
on
haven't had it
Netflix.
since then, and then I've had it now after watching Ju-on, the series on Netflix. So it was crazy. I don't know. I don't know if I
Wait,
want to
what?
explain it on the podcast though.
Can you say what you think triggered it?
Yeah.
Like, were you thinking about something earlier?
No. So I was watching it. Maybe I will explain. I don't know. So I was watching. It was like episode 4. Of the Ju-on show. Have you finished it, by the way?
Oh, the Ju-on Origins?
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, I finished it. Yeah.
So I was watching.
It's confusing.
Yeah. I was watching it, and there was that one scene that was like really disturbing. With the one with the pregnant wife, that whole scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was watching that, and it was like really disgusting and just disturbing. And this was like 3 p.m. on Saturday. Just like afternoon.
Yeah.
Just watching it, and then just like fell asleep after watching that scene, and I started having dreams of like just like Ju-on and like the ghost ladies and stuff. And I woke
Yeah.
up like, I don't know, maybe an hour later, so it's like 4 p.m. now. And then I realized I had sleep paralysis. I couldn't move or anything like that. And I remember just like watching the corner, like where my closet is, because I didn't want to, I don't want to see anything. Like I was expecting like a ghost lady to, pop out from that corner or whatever. So I'm sitting there watching it, and still can't move. But eventually, like I'm able to like move my arms, but like they're invisible to me. Like I can feel myself moving it. I can like touch my face, and I can like feel everything that's happening, but I just can't see my arms. Like they're invisible. And I remember like I kept hearing my phone go off too. Like people were like text messaging me the whole time. Just kept vibrating and everything. And I was able to like grab my phone, and then when I tried to look at it, that was also invisible. I could like hold it in my hand. I could feel it vibrating and everything, but I just couldn't see it. And then I held down. I remember like holding down the button for Siri, like trying to wake myself up because I know I'm having sleep paralysis. And I asked her like, hey Siri, what time is it, or something like that, But like I had to like speak like really loud because like my throat was like closing up, I guess, Like with sleep paralysis, you really can't do anything, so it's like a struggle to do anything. But I was able to ask her that, but she just goes like, "You have 300 new messages" or something like that. And yeah, so that didn't really help. And then like I woke up, but then it was still sleep paralysis. Like how you like have those false wake ups. So it was like that, like looping, waking up, and sleep paralysis at the same time. Like it wasn't really scary because again, like just so used to sleep paralysis, it was just like more annoying. Like I couldn't actually wake up. Then eventually I did, and then the first thing I did was check my phone. And I didn't have 300 messages. I only had 3 messages, and one of them was from Jeremy. And I looked at what he sent me, and he actually sent me. It was like some article that says like viewers urge Netflix to put a trigger warning on the new Ju-on Origins show or whatever, like something like that. So it was like really weird coincidence because like I felt like that scene like triggered something in me to have sleep paralysis, and then wake up and have Jeremy show me that article. It was just all weird, man. So surreal. Like
Glitch in the Matrix.
yeah, it was all weird. Like dude, like whenever I do have sleep paralysis recently, it hasn't always been like this, but it's the thing where I can move my hands and arms, but they're like invisible to me, you know? It's just so weird, like that just keeps occurring. But
Do you dream often?
No, not really. So yeah.
Because I was wondering if that had anything to do with it. Because I like rarely ever have dreams that I recall. Technically, you always have dreams. You
Yeah,
just can't
that's what I
necessarily
hear.
recall them.
Yeah, I very rarely.
But it's just like maybe like once every like 8 months I'll have a dream I can actually recall. So I was wondering if that had anything to do with it because I've never had sleep paralysis. I remember one time we watched that documentary or whatever, and everyone was talking about it's like I didn't have it until I learned about it. So I was like, "Damn it, guys! Are you gonna make me get sleep paralysis?"
Yeah, it's so weird, man. It's such a weird thing.
Salina, did you ever have sleep paralysis?
I think one time I did. My eyes were closed though. I mean, my eyes were closed, and I couldn't. I felt like I was being held down. I couldn't like move or anything like that. I think that was sleep paralysis, but like I think like 10 minutes later, I broke out of it.
It sounds like.
But I didn't see anything.
Yeah, they always say that. I don't know if they always say it, but they say you see something like a figure or apparition or something. I never seen anything when I had it.
Yeah. Or I haven't seen anything scary, anyways. I've seen like
Yeah,
black
like people
smoke.
commonly report like shadow men and stuff like that.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything like that. But
I've heard people like seeing people like sit on their chest, which is scary.
my brother David.
That's an old Asian one.
Yeah.
David said he said that.
But David had something on his chest?
Yeah, like a lady, like.
Oh yeah.
Like sit on his chest and he couldn't breathe. You know. I
Scary.
think he saw a little boy once. My mom's had sleep paralysis too, which was kind of freaky because she said it was like a guy like you know she couldn't move and a guy like came, grabbed her wrist and like started cutting it, something like that. That's scary.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that.
Dang. I haven't had it in forever. I think I told you, Ricky, I only get sleep paralysis in that one bedroom downstairs when I was in high school. But ever since I moved out of that bedroom, I never had anything.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I want to mention too. Like I've never had it during that time. Like the last time I had it with the Juwan thing, like it's never been like in the afternoon like that. It's always been like when the sun's rising, you know. So it's like really weird because I was just taking a nap. This never happened. Like just from taking a nap, having sleep paralysis. So
I wonder if it's because like your mind and your body just needs rest, and you happen to wake up too early from it.
Yeah, maybe so. Something with REM and all that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's my theory on it too. Like you're in limbo between REM and your mind waking up. Like your body's still in REM, but your brain is like awake. So when Ricky, you mentioned like you said your hands and phone was invisible. It was probably because you were imagining it so much in your head that your body just didn't respond accordingly. Like your body just froze and you couldn't move.
Yeah, it's like a phantom limb, you know. Like when people are amputated, they say they can still like move their hands and feel like those nerves that are still there.
Yeah.
So
that's scary stuff.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
I feel like I'm missing out. The worst thing I get is just like a horror movie in my brain. I usually die in them, but I don't really care. That's one thing I learned that wasn't necessarily true, that you don't necessarily wake up when you're about to die in your dreams, because I die a lot. It's usually in third person, which makes it really weird.
Yeah. When I was younger and I would have like I would remember my dreams like that. Like, yeah, I would die a lot too.
I would always wake
That's
up
dark,
before.
y'all.
The thing is, that would be the very beginning of my dream. I had a lot of dreams about people after my death. So I was already dead for like 75% of the dream. And one of them, I was literally just a random character. One of them was just like no one I actually knew. It was basically just a Walking Dead spinoff in my head. But like with actors no one knows, people who probably don't even exist. But also I was just in the background and I had my leg chopped off or something. And then I got crucified.
Are a lot of your dreams in third person?
Almost all of them are.
I feel like all my dreams are, yeah.
I wouldn't say so.
It always weirds me out when I have to see like dream sequences in movies. Because that's not how I experience them.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
I
think it
have
just
a
depends on how
friend
you.
that sorry. I
I
have a
think it just
friend
depends on how
that
you.
sorry.
The latency on this
Go
thing.
ahead, Selena. No, go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
have a friend that keeps on dreaming about me dying in various
Do they want
ways.
to kill you?
No, they get really sad, but yeah, I find that interesting.
That's sad and dark.
Mm.
Makes me wonder if like they have it in them to kill somebody. I don't know.
Not something they want to find out, probably.
Yeah,
I think
true.
the weirdest one I had was just like it was about a couple in like a town that was already going crazy, but like there's this very specific couple in like the zombie apocalypse or whatever. But they were ice skaters. Well, one was a professional ice skater, another was a hockey player, and their whole thing was just rounding up children and cutting off their heads with their ice skates, and then basically kicking them around the ice rink. And that went on for like 3 hours in my head.
That's so dark, man. I don't know if I'm gonna put that on air.
How do we get to this point?
Sleep
I don't know.
paralysis, and then just a spooky dream.
Oh, it's because
It started from
it started with
Randonautica,
yeah, that's what it was.
and then paranormal wormhole. Oh gosh, I don't know.
I think the
Does
only
that wrap the
like
show?
I think the last nightmare I had was when I was like, well, last nightmare I had that I was actually scared was when I was like 8. It was literally just a void, and it was me and my mom sitting around, and it was just a clown on a unicycle coming towards us. But it never actually got closer. It was just wheeling in the distance. And then King Kong
Like
came out of
Saw?
nowhere and kidnapped my mom, and I woke up. So that was like the last time I like woke up from a dream freaked out.
It's so weird.
That's been episode 31, y'all. That ends the show, I guess. We're like 2 hours in. That's a long one.
Yeah, one on one.
Yeah. We always end the show with shout outs. So as always shout out Varak. Shout out to Ty Dolla No Sign. Shout out to all the essential workers. Ricky, I took yours, sorry.
That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Ricky, you got shout outs? Sorry, I took yours.
Shout out to Killer Mike and LP for making Run the Jewels as great as they are. I recommend that album. That's it.
Matt, do you have any shout outs?
Can I shout out a show?
The show?
Yeah, or does it have to be a person?
Hey, anything you want. Doesn't matter.
All right, everyone should watch Doom Patrol. Doom Patrol slaps.
Oh, slaps. You said slaps. Okay. Is it on HBO?
Yeah, it's on HBO and DC Universe.
Okay. I'll probably find it somewhere online. You know.
Shouts out to Doom Patrol.
Yeah. Salina, anybody you want to shout out? Or anything?
Shout out to my mom.
Just mama?
Yeah, just my mom. I don't think she's gonna watch it.
You could find the show on social media at Full Timers Pod on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You could find me at Velacron on Twitter and Instagram. You can find Roeun Yin, which I'm surprised he hasn't called me back yet. Roeun Yin at Roeun Yin. Ricky, they can find you at where?
Oh, soundcloud.com/water is murky.
All right. Matt, do you want people to find you?
Yes. And that's just basically anywhere that I actually am. It's just at maturasam or maturasam.com.
And you're also a illustrator.
Yep.
Are you taking commissions?
Yes. Are people taking me up on those? Not right now.
Okay. Sounds good. Celine, do you want people to find you? Or no? You don't have to plug anything.
I mean, if they want to find me, I'm prack on Instagram. 2 Ks at the end. So.
End of each prac, or just the last one?
Just the last prack.
Okay.
Because prack was taken. So.
Cool. What was I gonna say? For all the listeners, rate the show on iTunes or Spotify. If you like the show or want to give us feedback, I think you could leave a comment or review or something. You could also leave. There's a link in the show notes where you could leave us a voice message, and we will play it if you want us to play it on the show. What else? Is that it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, arrest the cops that killed Breonna Taylor, and rest in peace to Mr. John Lewis and C.T. Vivian.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, y'all. Peace.
Bye.